Welcome everybody to another disassembly video. Today we are disassembling the Glock 44. Jumping right into it, as always, make sure that your magazine has been removed and there's nothing in your barrel. Do both a visual and a physical check, as the first step of disassembling this firearm is actually pulling the trigger. So go ahead and do that. Once that's done, put your thumb at the back, fingers over the top of the slide, and pull back just ever so slightly. Some people say about 1/4 of an inch or less. I don't really do that. I just say, eyeball it, and that's good enough. Once you have it there, there's this little itty bitty piece right here with another side on the other side of the pistol. Go ahead and pinch that and pull straight down with the slide still slightly back. Once that piece has been pulled down, you can let go of the slide and push it forward. From here, we're going to go ahead and disassemble the slide. First, just pop out that recoil spring. Barrel will be able to move freely now. Let it slide forward a little bit, pull it right out the back. Next, we're going to the back of the firearm. Now, when we take off this back plate, it is going to be spring loaded. So just be aware of that to start. First thing we want to do, you heard that click, this little metal piece right in here. I pushed that towards the back of the slide. Now bringing out the only tool that I will actually be using in this disassembly. We got our little punch here, our PP-2 5/64 inch. This is all you should need unless you want to get really particular and take out your magazine release, which we will not be doing in this video. And maybe a screwdriver, just because of the flathead, would be good if you want to do a full disassembly of the trigger assembly. But we're not going to do that in this video just because it's not a necessary requirement. So back to the disassembly of the slide. Take your punch. Once that little metal piece is pushed towards the back of the slide, put the punch under it, push down, kind of rotate. You should feel a little pressure in there. Once you have that, push down on the punch, and that'll release pressure from the back plate on the slide, just like that. With the pressure removed, you can push that back plate off, and then just remember that is spring loaded, so get it off just a little bit, grab it with your opposite hand, cover that spring with your thumb, and pull it out. That reduces the risk of this flying off into the distance to damn near zero. So go ahead and pull out that firing pin, just slides right out the back. Right next to that is a little plunger. Go ahead and pull that out. That is for your extractor that just keeps pressure on it. Next we got right down here, I believe that is the firing pin safety. Don't have my notes with me right now, but actually you don't even need that. For the firing pin safety, just go ahead and push that down as far as it goes. Right here on the side we have our extractor. Grab that with your fingers, just kind of wiggle it back and forth. If you can't get it with your fingers, turn the slide to its side, tap it a little bit, it'll fall right out for you. With that extractor removed, we can release pressure on that safety. Then just tip over the slide, tap it a few times. If it's not stubborn, it should pop right out. There we go. Go ahead and set that to the side. Be aware, this part does have a spring attached to it that can come out. I usually keep them together just so I don't lose it. With that out, your slide is now completely disassembled and we can move on to the frame. So from here, we can start taking apart our slide. Go ahead and grab that punch. We have 2 pins you need to take out. One here, right above the trigger, and one right back here in a little recess at the back of the grip. Now, if your pistol is new, these pins will probably be very tight in place, but I've taken this pistol apart more times than I can count, so I can just quite literally push these right out with a little bit of force. Go. Go ahead and set those pins off to the side. So with those 2 pins out, we can remove everything at this point. Right here, we got our locking block. It's that big chunk. Go ahead, take your punch, put it under the back of that, just lift straight up. You can pull it right out. Set that off to the side. With that removed, we have our slide lever that just pulls right out. Our trigger assembly, which is just this massive piece that goes along the whole part. What I like to do, just grab it from the back, lift up a little bit, nice and easy. Now the last thing we're actually going to be taking out of this is that little lever for the slide lock, just because there can get dirt under there quite often. If you're not careful with it, or if you don't clean your firearm very often, you can get a lot of carbon buildup under that. And if there's too much buildup, too much debris, you won't be able to take off the slide, making it near impossible to actually clean your firearm. So to remove that little lever, all we have to do, take our thumb, push it down from the side, push it towards the other side. Once you have it a little bit, you can probably see that ledge. Once you see that, just go ahead and keep pushing it to the side. Now, before I pull it out of this side, should be noted, this is also spring loaded. Make sure you keep your finger over top of it before you pull out this bar, or you will lose that spring, as it is super small. With that, you have completely disassembled the Glock 44. It's a very, very simple firearm to disassemble and put back together. The only things you could really do further are if you wanted to take off the sights and replace those with something a little different. Maybe you want it to be red or green. The other thing I'm not going to be covering is the magazine release. It is controlled by a little bar way down in here. I can't even get it with my current setup, but it's a little piece of shit bar all the way down at the bottom that is a pain in the ass to put in and out of place because there's just so much tension on it. Glock sells a specific tool to help with the process. You can do the process with a screwdriver if you have enough patience. I've done it a few times just to see how it goes. I hated every second of it. So unless you're a left-handed shooter or you just have to have an extended mag release, do not bother. All right, now that we have it completely disassembled, we're just gonna go ahead and slap it all back together as fast as we can. So starting from where we ended, go ahead and grab that little spring on the slide release bar, that's the word for it. Take that bar, put it in through the side. What I like to do is get it butted up right against that spring. Then take your punch and push the spring down so that you can slide that bar right over top of it. And once you get that bar just slightly over top of it, all you have to do is push it straight across. It'll snap into place. No issues there. Next, we'll go ahead and take our trigger assembly. Been a long day. Don't want to really do multiple takes of this video, so any mess ups we're just living with. Just go ahead and set it in here like this. This little bar on the side might be pushed out a little bit. That's okay. Just kind of push it in and press the trigger assembly down into place. Next, we will take our slide release lever that just slides down into place on top of the trigger assembly. After that, we have our locking block. Make sure the holes on this are pointed down. Go ahead and put that in its slot, pop it in, good to go. Now we can take our two pins, just as easily as we took them out, just put them in the hole, press them back into place, and we will be able to move on to the slide. Now, one thing that I didn't touch on, which I really should more often, is the fact that in here, that hole can be blocked by three different things. The locking block, the last thing that we put in, this trigger assembly, and this little lever here. all of those can block that hole. If you were having issues putting in a pin like I just was, just wiggle around a couple of those components until you see daylight all the way through it, and then it should be a bit easier to pop that in, just like so. And just go ahead and line these up a little bit better with how they're supposed to be. It's a little better. All right. Once you have those pins back in, we can move back to the slide. Slide is going to be very, very quick. So that little safety piece that we had to press down on, that goes in first. One thing to note, it does have a flat side and a more rounded side. The flat side goes on the interface of the slide. Go ahead and just set that down into its groove. Once it's in there, press down on it. Take your extractor. Now you'll see on here, this side has a circle on it. That circle you want towards the back of the slide. Just go ahead and drop that into place. Release tension on this, and you're good to go. Final parts, real simple. Take your firing pin, slide it in the hole. Take your extractor plunger, slide it in the hole. Take your back plate, get it started just a little bit. Then go ahead and take that punch, push down on the firing pin, push down on that second plunger, and just slowly wiggle forward the back plate as you do that. Once you get both of those springs underneath, push it forward all the way till you hear a click and you're solid. Finally, we got our barrel. Slide that in. Make sure that this side with all the bumps on it is facing up when you do this. Slide that barrel forward and into the hole and then all the way back. Now on this barrel, there is a few different grooves on this little tower. You want the bottom one that's like a little half circle. That is where you put this metal piece. So go ahead and take the black front end, put that into its groove, put some tension on that spring, and just line it up with your little half circle on the barrel. From here, real simple. All you gotta do, line up the slide with the grooves, pull it all the way back, give it a cock, and you're good to go. I hope you all enjoyed this video of how to disassemble the Glock 44. It's very simple. It's very much like every other Glock on the market. Nothing too special about it other than it shoots 22 long rifle, and it's a great gun for plinking and just having fun on the range. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and have a good day.